How are you doing? How are we doing? How's everybody doing? Good. Hopefully you guys are doing good. How's your day? How's your day? Hopefully it was good. Feel free to answer those questions. Halloweeny questions or poll questions if you like. Just to try to get people to come in or whatever. But anyway, checking some news. We'll check in on BCP or Ocean Plot later on. They are down there at the building. But earlier, I guess Ocean Plot had this interview with this lady here that still wears a mask for some reason. Maybe it's lung problems or something like that. So let's check and see what her issue is with and make it easier for you guys to see. A lot easier to see now, huh? Let's check and see what she's up to here. You don't talk for you, you talk for yourself. I don't nobody talks for anybody else. Like I said, college in the 60s. That explains a lot. That explains a lot. When you went to college in the 60s era, early 70s, woo! These are bad today. Back then, whatever, communism, you know. Oh, I like that take on that one there. Yeah, they kind of said, we'll let you guys sort of have your way or whatever if you want to get in office or whatever, become part of the establishment, have a little bit of power. You know, we won't change how things are done, but you'll have a tiny little say in how things are done. Nightbot. I was going to check in and see how you're working. So you are working on over here. Good, good, good. That did work. Okay, I want to see if there's another Nightbot that comes in here. If you guys want to do me a favor, just put a one if you're here in the chat, but a two if you're not here in the chat. That'll kind of let me know if my Nightbot is working with other messages and things like that. If you guys wanted just a little thing, I mean, I could technically just do it myself and do things like this or something like that. I don't know why I went right from one to three, but anyway, you get the idea. Maybe it'll start to wake up there. I know you guys are wanting to watch all the drama and things like that, so you're probably watching BCP and things like that anyway. So I just wanted to kind of catch up on some news here. We'll come back to her later, maybe. But anyway, it's interesting. David Medina, I think, was there last night and caught this on camera. A race trader. But Black Lives Matter, at the same time, if somebody black disagrees with you, they're a race trader. Make it make sense, guys. Make it make sense. Okay, it is working. Thank you, guys. Or at least thank me for chatting in the chat or whatever to make sure that the like, Nightbot thing is working. I like it. Is for Nightbot or Stream Elements? I'm going to focus on Nightbot, but basically Stream Elements does the same kind of thing. Yes, it is. If he's not agreeing with you and your ideology, has some other kind of opinion, then he's a, you just said it, traitor to his race. Say it, make it make sense. He's thinking for himself, and if you're saying that he's not thinking for himself, you're calling a black guy not very intelligent, right? Oh my goodness, who's the homophobic one? The person that assumes that two guys hugging is a loving thing or whatever. That's the person that's homophobic or doesn't understand how normal people live in society. Just because you hug another person that's the same sex does not mean you have those kind of feelings. What is wrong with society? Is he a human? Are you going to disparage somebody who disagrees with you and call them unhuman? It's interesting. What the other person said was highly offensive by assuming that by somebody wanting to hug him automatically meant that he's gay. Him saying that he'll identify, that he wants to be gay just to get a hug. That sounds like a kind of a thing that they would want, somebody they want more people to join the alphabet group. So David said he would temporarily become part of that group just to get a hug. That sounds like a positive thing for the alphabet group, right? But somehow that's offensive. Someone can't identify, and to get a hug if they want to hug with someone. That sounds. Oh my goodness, these people are crazy. I didn't give that a like already. Get back to that one later on and see what else is going on here. Oversight Committee. Joe Biden's senior aides seem to have been taking medical decisions here. Need done. Here's what she said. I think she's having trouble communicating. All he needed to do is take one and give us the results. Just one. It takes about 10 minutes to go to your local doctor to get a basic cognitive test. Sometimes even 5 minutes, depending on how much you're. Was that too hard to do? Have you ever seen anybody speak out of two sides of their own mouth? It's like, here it is. Like, this is no ability to pass a test. And on the other side of the mouth was no problem passing. I think it was wrong. Democrats. I wanted to hear what this guy had to say here. Not a grip, not a grip. Just checking to make sure my Nightbot's working here. Okay, my Nightbot is working there. Good. Got everything on there. Are you gonna have the Ko-Fi? Is that on there too? Oh, I need to fix. I need to fix that. I put the Ko-Fi right next to the Venmo. I got to go back and fix that sometime. I apologize on that one there, but you can probably do that on your own if you have to. I do have a Ko-Fi on there too. But the thing is, I put a Ko-Fi bot supposedly in the chat also. So if you do spend money on Ko-Fi, it should, in theory, tell you if you donated or whatever. I don't know if it does or not. Anyway. It's the crux of the situation. Common sense. Too bad the normal Democrats don't understand. Well, we need to allow immigrants to come in here so they can have a better life. That's not the reason your bosses in DC are allowing them to come in here to just to give them a better life. Oh my goodness. They don't understand what power, what's that one guy say about power corrupts absolutely or something like that? You know the line? Uh, Even Jake Tapper admits that Gen Z is going to be a lot more conservative. What did this genius here say in the Democrat Virginia race here? I'm guessing she doesn't mean nuclear by that. Do you think she means nuclear by that, or does she just mean wind and solar? You know, somehow cars are going to totally run on solar power, guys. Totally. All cars, all they're going to need is solar power or wind power. You know, like for the Fred Flintstone times. You know, those kind of cars. That's a good debater right here. Do you know what? Oops. Having a nose in your a ring in your nose means? What's a gamete? It's always respectful in how he kind of destroys people's arguments. Like, and destroy your argument. I'm going to be very respectful about it. How is that disrespect? She was the one being disrespectful. You're having a discussion and you rage quit the discussion. That's called being disrespectful. Looks like Tommy Boy's back at ISIL. That's what you guys are all watching over there. It's just Tommy Boy and all the craziness going on there. I see how you are. I see it. You're making Toast will hang out with me. He's a old timer here. I call you an old timer, but you know what I mean. You are an old timer. Full video. I don't. Let's go back to the other ones here. Just going through some old news here, and then we'll get into some restreaming fun. When I get my other computer hooked up here, I don't know if you can see my background here. Got a new computer today. I just haven't hooked it up, still using the old one. But once I get the new one hooked up, I'm going to get a program or something like that. The computer will have more resources. You guys will be able to see what's going on and restream while we do the news too at the same time. No, he's a right-wing troll. They're probably trying to say, like, right-wing troll, Nate Friedman. I think is this the son of the Friedman guy, the interviewer guy? I think he is. The de-escalators are not de-escalators anymore. You notice that they're the uh, anti-free speech escalators, not de-escalators. Wow. Yeah, either complete TDS. I mean, when 100, when it's 0 to 10, she's like level 100, or she's getting paid. Very friendly lady. You should get to know her, Bacon Toast. Wow. Once you kind of go there and you compare yourself to the guys that landed on Normandy, are you kidding me? 3.5 years to be there every Tuesday. Let me read my script. I'm not going to say it from my heart. I'm going to read it off of a script. What crazy people out there? Crazy people out there. Here's the homeless situation going on in Portland recently. very smart lady for being out there. Hey, should we have her be her co-host? Kara Fowler does a nice job, but he's got based opinions. Check out Black Rebel. I haven't seen this interview thing there. Maybe I'll watch that sometime. But it's good there for Rebel types. What's going on? Crazy old lady? You want to see a crazy lady? Anybody? There's a crazy lady. Talking. The person leftist has a complete meltdown because she doesn't understand basic civics. In order to continue the government, you typically need 60 in the Senate to do it. Okay, if you really want democracy so bad, yeah, you could try to do the nuclear option and things like that. But that's a dangerous precedent to set if you're going to do that. For judges, remember when circuit judges went to they nuked that filibuster and then say, hey, you opened the door, so we're going to do it for Supreme Court justices. That's why the Republicans are hesitant to do it in this case here. If they do it for this, then the Democrats could do it for Puerto Rico or something like that. Tommy's online. I know. I appreciate that. I'll watch him here in a second. I just want to get a few more things done here, but that's like the only thing people are watching now is the protest stuff. I guess it's probably more important than the news or something. But uh, I'll just go through. I find some important news here. How about that? Did you see? I see this thing here. The Canadian general. I'm not sure she's in charge of the Armed Forces of Canada, but this comment here I didn't hear it. I just saw it. Imagine a general in your army crying. Are you kidding me about that? How about crying for lost soldiers, crying for the fact that your country is being taken over by China little by little? Oh my goodness, what's wrong with you people? Canadians. David Medina, 10 minutes. I might watch that later on. Did you already see this one here? I think we saw this one here. People are wild. What the heck? What genius thing did she say here? In other words, you're fake, you know, and it's all about TDS. Whatever you can do against Trump, that's what you think is going to get you elected in Virginia. Maybe it will, because a lot of people moved out of D.C. and into the Virginia area recently, and that's why you're going to get some of those votes. Craziness. I know, Bacon Toast. What do you think about that nonsense? Wow. BG on the scene. Police officer gives candy to protesters at the outside the Broadview Ice facility. They're offering candy to you and everything. They're like, are these protesters going to be nice to the cops and accept the candy that they're giving them? I'm sure you guys are hungry out there. You need your energy. Come on, guys. I want my freedom of speech. These people are crazy. They're crazy. Another crazy liberal here. Who is this? A Seattle mayoral candidate that doesn't know anything about economics. Check this out. Really, really. Utilizing money given to you is more valuable as becoming a mayor than a person who's uh, hiring multiple people and making money and doing. Make it make sense. Oh, that it is working. Oh no, it's on Twitch. At least it's on Twitch. It's working over there. I thought I had something similar on YouTube. No, I don't even know what this person's saying. Oh, it's a Halloween thing or something. Crazy person. I don't want to hear that word too much on my stream here, but that's, yeah, that crazy person there the other day talking about Germans and things, you know. What did Fetterman say? I mean, I can't hear anything, or just maybe that's the reason I'm not getting people watching here because stop the screen and I'm going to start the screen again here. Did I forget to add the audio? I usually don't never forget to add the audio. Make sure here. Nobody told me the audio wasn't working, guys. Is it working now?
Because we we can't even agree to just open things up. For a Democrat, we're not allowed to just open this up. I mean, then our party has bigger problems than I thought we might have already. It's like, that's not controversial. Pay everybody. And you have our workers here borrowed over $350 million to pay their own bills. Like, it's a failure. And like I said, to all of the viewers, I'm apologizing that we can't even get our shit together.
That's why I had like 10 or 12 people pop through here. Nobody said my audio isn't working. Thank you, Bacon Toast. What the heck is going on? Nice to see you. Cool name there. How you doing?
And just open up our government.
Schumer said this gets better politically every day for Democrats. What do you say to that?
Yeah, well, ask the hungry people on Saturday. It's like, that's the thing. Americans are not leveraged. This is not some shitty game show about who's winning or whatever. It's just like we have to be better than this and just open this up. And I do, talk to any number of Republicans who they agree that we have this conversation about extending these tax credits.
What kind of person in the background is this? That's why they probably stopped the interview. That nonsense is going on there in the background, like talking crap like that. Was interviewing someone?
Policy violence coming from Republican.
Policy violence. Is that the new sort of go-to now? Policy violence. Yeah, Buck. Send it through my Twitter or at me on Twitter if it's a Twitter link or something like that. Add it to me on Twitter. I don't have a way to have you send it through here, links or anything like that. But if you're following my Twitter, it should be in the description. You can follow me on Twitter and send it that way. That's not just a way to get more people to follow me on Twitter. That's just a communication style.
Attacking the health care and the nutritional benefits of the American people. Thanks.
The nutritional benefits of SNAP that Biden and Obama continue to allow rotten candy and everything to be considered part of these SNAP benefits. Yeah, the nutritional benefits of Democrats are ridiculous.
Earlier today, policy violence
Not valid?
coming from Republicans attacking the health care and the nutritional benefits of the American people.
Hold your horses.
Thanks. Earlier today.
I heard you. Let me get another video while I get this guy's link here. Here's a crazy lady in Seattle. This is happening last night, I think before the right-wingers went up to Seattle or something like that. This Antifa wannabe said something.
Folks on the left created a flyer that was passed around at an anarch home tonight.
On the left, we'll call them communists and crazy people that have noses that rings in their noses.
Lock your doors. Here's what's going on. For those who don't know me, my name's Hannah Saunders. I left mainstream media to launch an independent publication called Through the Static. A few weeks ago, some folks on the left...
Maybe because you looked crazy, and mainstream media usually does not like crazy people to represent them. That would be my guess. It's the reason why you kind of left mainstream media or got fired. Although I don't know that for sure. Let me give you that link here. I think I copied it already. I'll put it into the chat here for you. Hold your horses. Right there.
Created a flyer that was passed around at an anarchist book fair that said, dress in block and go to Volunteer Park at 7:30 on October 30th for direct action. Now, a right-winger was at this book fair and was handed one of these flyers.
John the show.
So now this person has blasted it all over social media, and now what we have are a bunch of people, live streamers, right-wingers.
What was the direct action for? You understand this? There was no political event or anything like that last night. There wasn't a ICE building they were going to. There wasn't a city hall event or a county thing or anything like that. There was nothing that they were directing that action against. So therefore, one must logically assume that the direct action since it had nothing to do with that, and knowing that Andy Ngo or Jonathan Cho or somebody would find out about this direct action, and also knowing that the Seattle Antifa community likes to help out the Portland Antifa community, they wanted to find a way to draw the people from Portland up to Seattle to get them off of the Portland people's back that were kind of to help take away their encampment recently. So how would you do this? You would have a direct action up in Seattle that would draw people up there that, in my opinion, didn't use their brains to go up there, think that they were going to stop Antifa from doing something. They weren't doing anything. They were just doing a direct action. Understand? And anyway.
Content creators want to be journalists in Seattle and coming up from Portland to come here to Volunteer Park to specifically fight people dressed in black to get content for propaganda. Now this is
no. In their minds, they assumed that you had a direct action against something or whatever, where you were going to attack something or use graffiti or break windows, which is usually what happens at these direct actions. That was their purpose of coming down, to kind of shine a light on bad behavior. Understand? So that was their purpose of coming down. I don't think they needed to come down because you guys weren't going to really do anything. You just simply did that so you could draw them up there to take the video resources, Tommy Boy and things like that, away from Portland, so Portland could have a nice Halloween Eve or whatever without too many cameras on them. That, in my opinion, is the reason that was happening.
Directly for the people who made the flyer. What the fuck were you thinking, putting everyone's safety in fucking harm's way? What were you fucking...
Safety of people coming down to visit you and putting a camera in your face is somehow bad. How is that harm? So if somebody's filming you, it's not causing harm.
Thinking. Now, people who are already here, who have been at Volunteer Park for a couple of hours now, have assaulted people in Portland. This includes Rebel, Nick Sorters.
Nope. If you're with mainstream media, then you have no credibility if you think those people attacked other people. Those people defended other people or themselves. Next.
That fucking crazy person's girlfriend. And there's another guy named...
And she had her phone swiped away and everything. Somebody was thinking that she was being attacked by a black young lady. And yeah, she wanted to make sure that she wasn't attacked. So that's what happened. Again, if you had any mainstream media experience, you would know this.
Tommy, who I think his handle off the top of my head is Tommy4Trump on Twitter. They're ready to fight for content. Now,
when did anybody there say that they want to start a fight?
a memo was released telling people to stay the fuck at home and lock their doors, but so many flyers were handed out that it is unlikely that every single person who received a flyer received that update. So my bitch ass is going there to document.
To document, This is the new Alyssa Azar of Seattle, evidently, to document stuff.
Again?
Hopefully that nose ring or whatever will hold the camera.
Stay the fuck at home and lock your doors. And if your friend or acquaintance was at this anarchist book fair, please tell them do not go to Volunteer Park, because there is a group of at least 8 of them that...
They don't bring cameras that might sort of, if you're out there at night in that area, you might have a camera in your face during a big soccer match that was happening.
They're waiting to fight. What can you do? Stay the fuck at home, lock your doors, and follow them, follow their live streams and screen record that shit, because we are going to need eyes all over this bitch.
These people are just mental cases.
Seattle.
Here, I think, is this after or something like that? Part 2 here.
Here are the updates I have for you. When I got here at about 7:45, there were about 15 people standing with each other on the roundabout thingy dingy when you first enter Volunteer Park, and they were kind of confused and looking pretty bummed. One dude said he had a pocket knife, so that was cute. They do carry weapons, FYI.
Having a pocket knife at night in Seattle is somehow bad.
And I can't say for certain that every single one of them was a grifter, but they were all intermingling, and I did see Black Rebel and Tommy.
You saw a guy with a black hat. You know, I guess you don't like black people. Okay, that's your point.
For Trump, whatever the fuck his name is. So there were quite a few of them out there. They all rolled out before 8 p.m. Thanks for not showing up, you beautiful bitches. I love it. Love it. All right, Seattle, I told y'all to stay the fuck home and lock your...
They did show up, a few of them anyway, that were out there recording things from that White House thing. It's on video that you just told your audience to record the video of. What is wrong with these idiots? We saw that the other night. I don't want to see that anymore. Watch that some other time. Watch that some other time. Maybe watch the rest of this. But let's go check and see what Tommy Boy's doing here. That is just crazy. So let's check and see what other people might be doing if they're out there. No. I see there's a YouTube video out here going on. Anybody live on YouTube out there? Pretend Media, I see is live. Anybody else? Not really tonight, it seems like. Oh, BCP, yeah, there he is. His mouth is not nearly as bad as Tommy Boy's, so let's check and see what BCP is doing out in the rain here.
Stupid talks. There's no real talk going on over there. He's not having a real conversation. They're not. Interrupting. Are we doing flashlight wars, bro? Is that what we're doing? Oh, how cute. Y'all are flirting, huh?
I always win. They're gonna have a fake stroke. You can't even aim the flashlight. I just do wonder how.
What's for Halloween? Is it 2 hours? Sorry.
Why is every other country allowed to enforce their border laws and we're not?
Wow, that thing is bright.
Alright, so you get the ice building there in the background there. So turn up the resolution. Might be able to. 720 is as good as it's going to get. So yeah, they oh, Richard's doing it. Seriously, Richard, you've known BCP for 10 years or more. He's not hurting you. What is wrong with you? There's ice. Got about 10 people out in front of the ice building over there. You got 4 or 5 over here on the street. A few costumes over here. They're probably dressed in non-rain resistant costumes. Like, what the heck is wrong with these types?
I like legal tacos.
Legal tacos. Well, let me. Did you guys sit? Fiden, did you send a link or whatever? Let me check and see here. See a message or a link or anything like that. Tommy Boy's live down there also. I don't see a link, but feel free to. If somebody might have pull it on my 1448. I need 2 more followers to get to 1450 on Twitter, guys. Not a whole lot happening tonight. Just chilling out with BCP here. Change the title of this one here too. Let's do this new one. This one. Community night out there. Maybe somebody will like that title change or not, I don't know. Make sure you support BCP. There's a link in the chat here. 4 people watching maybe, so not getting a whole lot of attention, but BCP link is in the chat there for you guys. Feel free to watch them directly if you want to, but we're just chilling out right now. Let's see if Black Rebel's going down there to stream or not. I don't, he streams on Twitter usually at it. See him streaming right now.
Let's see, super chat. Who is the super chat?
On which to stream right now.
Peter, thank you. Looks like MT figured out they can use umbrellas for rain too. Yes, it does. They use them all the time. They use them in the sun, summer as well.
Yeah, they do.
I want to talk to this dude so bad. I want to talk to this guy so bad. I want to talk to him. Let's just zoom in on the ice facility. Let's do that. Let's zoom in down there. See what's happening. More people are gathering in the rain. The rain ain't bothering folks. You see the nice little bright strobe light. Rebecca says, "I love your work." Thank you for the super chat. Who's talking, yo? I can't hear you. Call me. Give me a hug. Come give him. Hey, come give him a hug. Come give him a hug.
Take a hug.
I'd have to take a shower right after.
You don't take a shower.
Yeah, sorry.
You guys don't shower. This is the closest thing to a shower that you've ever been to.
Come give him a hug, bro. Come give him a hug. Come give him a hug. He's proud of being a weirdo.
My talent.
Okay, so I got, but you got to stand in front of the camera, bro. You got to stand in front of the camera. You got to come over here and stand. You got to show your pretty face, bro.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Are you worth the honest conversation?
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
All right, let's
So
see. Maybe I'll give you the honest conversation.
Okay, the honest okay.
take it off his nose ring first, please.
We'll see.
Okay, we'll see. 'Cause
We'll see.
you got it, right? You got it.
Oh yeah, leave me have an honest conversation.
All right, let's have
about
a-
it, but we'll see.
Okay, so one, you said entrepreneur, that nobody's out here entrepreneur, right? You said nobody out here is entrepreneur.
What they're doing now.
What they're doing. So what do you consider entrepreneuring?
Someone that has like a real business, someone that makes an invention, something that contributes to society in a meaningful way.
Okay, so how do
That's what protesting helps society.
you have to start someplace to get a business, correct?
Absolutely.
So there's multiple ways to start that, correct?
Yep.
Could what they're doing, what I'm doing, be a way to start a business?
It's gonna be a very one-sided business. It's not gonna be something that truly represents America, if that makes sense.
It don't make sense because a bakery is one-sided.
Okay, sure, but are these really gonna be the guys to open up a bake shop?
Well,
Let's be genuine.
I'm being genuine.
Okay. Is Tommy Boy gonna open? No, probably not.
I'm not saying, but it don't have to be a bakery. I'm just.
Beloved Cheesecakes is a bakery, and they'll hire anybody, for hiring practices. But yeah, they lean one way.
This guy's walking around saying these crazy statements, calling people slurs, multiple slurs, right? And it's not just he's just calling people slurs. He's derogatory terms.
Let's go around the corner so I can hear you. I want to hear you honestly. Get him. No, I don't want to get him. I'm going to get him.
Oh, sorry.
You're good, bro. You're good, dude. Let's go down here. Okay. All right. Under here if you're not getting wet. Okay. That way you're not getting wet.
Tommy Boy, if you were sorry, you wouldn't yell and scream all the time.
To contribute to society is
something that's meaningful.
Meaningful.
Yeah, a bakery would be meaningful.
Okay. So why wouldn't this be meaningful to, let's say, 80 million people, or say 50 million people, or say 40 million people? Why wouldn't this be meaningful?
Why wouldn't this be meaningful?
You guys did answer that poll thing. That was kind of nice to get here. People did stop in, even though I was muting my audio for some reason. But you guys aren't a big partiers. 75% of you guys don't like parties. That's a 25% of you do like parties. Interesting.
Sorry. You know, all these mean things. Purposely antagonizing people and just not creating a good image for himself. Now, if you know anything about entrepreneurship or anything about business, you know that networking is going to be one of the biggest things.
I know networking is huge.
Huh?
I know that networking is huge.
Networking is really huge.
Mm-hmm.
The way that you approach and the way you present yourself is ridiculously huge as well. The way you speak is ridiculously huge,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So why would I trust someone? Why would I go to someone's business knowing that this is how they act? Whether that be on their free time or how they got their startup, I don't want to support anyone who's spewing hatred on any side, whether it be left or right.
So,
but these issues that we're facing in the country, so just to kind of layer it, because it does all intersect. It's not a left or right thing. It's not.
This guy's confused.
All right, it's top and bottom. It's a class issue, and that's what what Americans are trying to go out here. And what he's doing isn't helping that at all. He's not bringing any awareness to it. The only thing he's doing is engaging in rage bait and doing it for the clicks and views. You know he is. He's engaging with his chat like a Twitch streamer would. Now, when you see real politicians or you see real news, it's going to present in a different way. It's going to present in a more professionalistic way. And a lot of ways that people actually claim is boring. Are people going to be sitting there and jerking off and being like, oh, I hate you, and that's going to be on the news? No, it's not real news.
The people that Tommy's trying to reach are people that are angry and frustrated and want to lash out at a certain kind of segment and things like that. Those are the people that Tommy knows that are following him. Kind of an audience, everything that want sort of have that kind of rage that they have kind of internalize it, but they're sort of externalizing it by watching Tommy. Oh, there's Chicken Boy. But he doesn't understand this.
But your actions are going to say it. These are terrible actions. Just going out and antagonizing not an entity that stands for something or properly protesting. He's antagonizing normal people. He's disturbing the peace.
But it depends on what you say. So there, when you said.
What are the people doing at the ICE building for the past 140 days? Are they disturbing the peace there? It's okay for them to disturb the peace of the ICE building and being able to then not be doxxed, things like that. What about that?
Right?
Okay.
We're not going to fall under this umbrella of social of society, right? We're just going to view it as person to person. Now.
And now, with that said, With that said, I can respect that.
Yeah.
But if you're going to say that, then there would have to be certain months that we do not honor and recognize around the summertime of June.
Okay, so you're talking about Pride Month.
Exactly.
Okay, so what?
There's a celebration for that because of social, because this group of people.
Yeah, but they're not going around disturbing people. They're not going out there and spewing hatred. They're not saying fuck you because you're fucking.
They're out there doing a freaking bike ride dressed.
Look, my history has been oppressed. You're of color yourself. You know what I mean?
Right.
Your things.
How you doing?
Right.
Yeah. So like you're of color. So like obviously Black History Month is something that's like very important because.
I hope BCP gives him some advice, Tony Boy some advice about how to get your point across, but not be so loud about it, you know?
We're unemployed people, we're homeless people. Like, everyone is part of that history. Now, what it's saying is, look, this is what happened in history. This is what took place in 1947, fucking Nazi Germany, right?
Okay.
This was and then they...
Let's go bring it up again and again. Hey guys, FYI, the last 28 days on my videos and everything, and lives, it's got over 100,000 views, 100.4 thousand views. Awesome. Watch time hours, 8.3 thousand. You don't have to know about revenue or whatever, but revenue is okay there too. That's awesome to see the 100,000 views. Back in my Facebook days, that would have been a small number, but I don't mind it being a big number now.
Labor Day, you know what I mean? Like, hell yeah, let's take the time and remember the people. There's a lot of like holidays for veterans and the military, so like let's take time and we celebrate those people. That's all it is.
And that's what I'm saying. For me personally, I disagree with all that type of stuff.
So you don't think anyone should have? No, we shouldn't have Labor Day. We shouldn't have Veterans Day. We should have President's Day.
When it
have 4th of
okay,
July.
but think about this when you're saying that.
That's what you said.
I know, and I'm saying yeah. They mean it. Here's what does President's Day mean to you? How do you really celebrate President's Day? How do you President's Day? I don't. I mean, like, what do you do? I had a day off work or so. I mean, what do I do? Honestly.
Let's just do Labor Day, right?
Okay.
We think about those. If you're in school during Labor Day, which
there's no school, right?
But like,
see, even that, yay, right?
Days,
okay.
Before those days, right? People usually take their time, celebrate, and be like, yeah. But before those days, we take those time and we say, this is what happened in America. This is why we have like the day for like workers to say because they did these outstanding things.
Right.
It's just giving honor. It's being like, hey, you did that thing. Either chill out. Hey, the president's found in America this day. Let's celebrate and throw or Day of Independence. Let's throw fireworks. You know what I mean? And it's the culture and everything. America does have a culture.
No, it don't. I don't think.
I think we start to get into the understand why a whole month to a certain community. Why not one day, the LGBT day or something like that, for awareness and things like that? Why do they need 31 days or however much June has?
And consumerism, which is like trying to get be better, hustle bustle, get a job, fast life, places like New York, you know what I mean? That's what it's seen here. It's be business, be about your money, the hustle, we have a big hustle culture here.
Right.
That's a thing here too. Also the culture of what it means to be a Black American, because they experience life completely different than white Americans, right? They did. The Jim Crow era, they experienced you can't historically.
Not everybody, but okay. There's
in the South, in the Democrat South, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't even.
But my thing is I don't personally hold on to that or go through this. For me, I don't go through all this.
But can you see how someone would want to enjoy that day? Can you see how someone would be you know what? I'm so glad that I live in the land and free, and that this is the day that we have independence. I want to go shoot off a firework and stay with my family and not work that day.
But here's what I guess more what I'm
celebrate that history.
Okay, right. But here's more what I'm saying is how many of these holidays, Labor Day, whatever, do we really celebrate? We take the day off. And I'm just saying, honestly, myself, I don't celebrate it. I mean, I really don't celebrate it.
I would say that there's certain holidays that people, and the massive public, people usually celebrate Halloween. That's a consumeristic holiday.
So
Valentine's Day, it gets celebrated. It gets celebrated.
And they're all man-made. They're all man-made.
All man-made.
Right. Okay.
Exactly.
So that's why I don't.
These are more history, though. That's why those are more important and they hold more value than, say, like Halloween or Valentine's Day, because it's real life people's stories, and what we learn from history.
Right, and I love history, so
yeah,
I
we
get
learn history to not repeat it again. To say, hey, this happened. If this ever tries to happen again, we already see the signs of it happening.
Okay, so I want to circle back to all that. That's a reference to Jen under Biden. You remember her? Circle back. You don't remember?
No,
okay. Anyway, I want to come back to that. But anyway, so you mentioned capitalism, and I know probably a lot of your friends, if you're probably Antifa or anti-fascist.
Yeah. I'm a person who believes in a movement that is for the people by the people.
Okay, so capitalism. You're wearing clothes right now.
Designer clothes, mind you.
What do you mean?
Just
they're
stupid expensive.
Okay, so they're designer clothes, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Is that capitalism?
Yes.
But so on one hand you don't support capitalism, but you're by capitalism.
I never said I didn't support capitalism. I said America has a capitalistic culture, and our culture is a lot of consumerism. You know what I mean? When you were a kid, what was like the cool shit? Having Jordans, probably, right? Like, oh, Jordans. Now kids are like, this is the cool. I don't know what the cool shit is, but like, this is what the cool shit is. Like, oh, Supreme. You know what I mean? Like, different things like that is like, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, I think that capitalism has done good, but we have gone to a part where it's beyond. It's too much. It's too much of it. You know what I mean?
Too much of what?
For the businesses of capitalism, where like the daily person isn't being able to live as they should.
And I agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was talking to someone today about that. It takes people like, the family. It can't no longer off one income. It takes two.
Exactly.
So I agree with that.
Yeah.
But that has nothing to do necessarily with businesses. It has to do with greed.
It does have to do with greed.
And
who has that greed? Big businesses?
Not even. Okay, so let's bounce back, because you said this isn't a real job. You should get a real business. That's what entrepreneur is.
Yeah.
So your own words is saying you guys should have a real business, which is business.
I'm speaking on maybe not business, right? Because businesses, we could look at it on a more local scale, on a state scale, and on a federal scale. Now, I'm thinking corporate companies are holding this greed, and current laws that are placed are not helping the common people and are supporting these massive companies that are making it unaffordable for everyday Americans to live. Get a real job, be a business, create something, create local revenue for your local community. That brings everyone's life goes up. You make jobs, people get jobs, people aren't employed, they're off the streets.
Okay.
But like going back to the thing of like, he probably wouldn't be a business person because business is built on integrity. Every business place that you want to go to, you support it because they got the shit that you probably want and like.
No, I don't like McDonald's, but I still eat it sometimes.
Yeah, but
I don't like it.
They provide a service, right? They provide probably a service, but you want to go to a place that like does good. Do you not enjoy your time when someone's nice to you at a McDonald's, or you know that the company is donating money to charity? Or like donating money to like helping like college kids, you know what I mean? Like something that betters America.
To be honest with you, regarding that question, it absolutely means nothing to me. For the most part, like McDonald's and they have the charity thing, it absolutely means nothing to me.
Yeah, well, they're also doing it for like a tax write-off. Like they have already donated the money and they're making more money from it.
Correct.
So that's what, again, the laws that are right now in power only help the massive corporations.
Okay, but that has nothing to do with Trump.
It does.
Really? So we weren't having this problem under Biden?
We were having.
Okay, so it has nothing to do with Trump, right? Has nothing.
The laws, the people in Congress, the Supreme Court, the people who have the power. It doesn't matter who the president is.
Exactly.
We've been having these issues beforehand as well.
So we agree with that.
Yeah, that we've been in hell.
That's a whole different subject. But we agree with what you just said. My thing isn't why is Trump so much a focal point versus the other presidents?
Trump is more of a vocal point because he's more front with it than behind the door. Democrats are pussies and Republicans are assholes. Do you get what I'm saying in that aspect?
Okay.
Trump vocally states the things that like, hey, we're gonna do this, and it's totally gonna be good, guys. And then it backfires, and it's terrible.
So did Obama, though, right?
Yeah.
Obama did too.
Yeah.
This guy's confused in his head.
Presidents, as it is toward Trump.
Yes, because you could see with the things that Trump is saying and with the laws that he's been implementing that he only wants to benefit bigger corporations. And only the rich are benefiting from him. The average person isn't benefiting from Trump.
But like again, going back, it was the same way during Biden. My life is no different under Trump than it is under Biden on a personal level.
On a personal level,
it's no different.
And there are some people that's life was probably the same as you and I when Biden, but now has gotten drastically worse since Trump. And we just haven't personally seen it to be affected by it, but it still happens. What
citizens have been drastically affected by Trump being in office? Please tell me what citizens.
Millions of Americans are about to be able to afford food, wives and kids. You know,
whose fault is that?
Like women and children.
But there's a reason for that, and I
agree. A lot of people are going to suffer.
Okay.
Like, there might be a reason for it, but like
people are going to suffer. Yeah.
People are going to suffer big time.
So hopefully that can maybe inspire them to maybe get jobs, right?
The funny thing is now they want Trump to be the dictator and send people the food and everything under emergency conditions. That's a dictator move to sort of do something that's kind of outside of the law. But now they want him to do that dictator thing.
Now is the person in power.
And that's what I'm trying to say. It bounces back to a focal point on Trump because Trump's only been in office for a year.
What are you mostly concerned? Are you saying like, is your main question being like, why are people more upset now than before?
That's one, I guess, right.
Is that your question?
That'd be one, right. Okay. That'd be one.
So let's just do a question by question. Why are people upset now more than previously?
Correct.
Because they have now been personally impacted more than previously.
What about the 3 million that got deported under Obama?
So do you think COVID, in recent years, do you think COVID impacted our society?
Massive.
Okay. Who kept it going after Trump?
Biden.
Okay.
Did he fuck people over? Yes.
So why wasn't there the protest over that?
There were.
No, there wasn't.
There was not as much coverage. People were still upset. And
on the right, yes, not on the left. The left were saying, oh, he's doing great.
The thing is, our anger is now being loud. It used to be quiet and seething indoors and online, but now the anger that you're seeing from people is being expressed outwardly because that's how upset that they are with it.
No, so
that's my answer to your question.
Okay,
so they were inwardly upset about Biden screwing them over on the jabby jabs and things like that. Yeah. Please explain how they were upset by that.
People are upset about those actions, and Trump is just the mascot for these actions.
But those actions, right? Like I said, they were going on during Biden, and you said that they weren't as vocal. They were not as vocal, right? So prior to Biden becoming president, that vocalness that you're talking about was there again in the first Trump run.
Yeah.
And then it died off during Biden.
Yes.
Why?
Things got a little bit better.
They did?
For some people, they got a little bit better.
More deaths under Biden than Trump from the disease.
The shit like that, it's like rapid fire with that motherfucker.
Well, yeah, right now, yeah, he is.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I get it done. There's so much change going on. People don't like change that much. Democrats,
I agree. People don't like change.
Have done it slowly.
They sure wanted change when they wanted to wear the covering over their mask. They wanted that fast. They wanted that change to happen right away. They wanted the 6 foot distance to happen right away. If you didn't, you got in within 5 feet. They didn't like that.
It's Democrats or it's Republicans or it's left-leaners or left or right, but it's not. What the real issue is a top and bottom situation. It's a.
If you guys want to chat, you can if you want to. Just double checking to see if I have any like robots in here or something like that. I see 3 on YouTube, 3 on Twitch. Oh, now it went down to 3 and 1. Okay, anyway, put a 1 in the chat if you're in the chat.
Not really disagreeing with anything you're really saying because of the fact I know that first for me I know the end result, which you don't, and I'm saying that respectfully because.
What is the end result, if you don't mind me asking? If you know and I do not. Because I don't know what the end result is, but I do want the future to be better for myself.
And it's not going to be.
And it's not. I also view it going downhill. Why do you say it's not going to be better?
Because it's written in the Bible.
It's written in the Bible. Okay.
It's been foretold.
It's been foretold.
He's saying it's because Trump's in charge.
No matter who's in office, it will come to a.
Give it a sec. They're going to probably do it again. Just give it a sec.
It will come to a point where there will be a false sense of peace on earth. A false sense. but it's not going to ever be what you are wishing for or hoping for.
Okay.
And your same wish that you're kind of wishing and hoping for.
I am being so optimistic. I am like every day. I'm like it's got to get better.
And conservatives actually believe that too. They want that.
They want that. Everybody does.
Everybody
it's
does
human
that.
nature.
Right. To want the quote unquote peace.
Yes.
It's not going to happen.
Okay. Okay.
And that's biblically speaking. And things that are happening.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you don't believe in the Bible, it's fine. But it was already foretold that it's going to happen.
Okay.
So all this left, right, the animosity, the chaos, the uneasiness, the lack of.
You know what they need to do is like BCP. I mean, he does the Jesus thing in his hat and things like that. What they need to do is have shirts. You know, these conversations are awesome. Have a shirt on that says, "Trump's not that bad. Prove me wrong," or whatever. You know, so they can probably set tables out there so the police will get rid of those. But have a shirt that says, "Let's have a conversation about politics." Something simple like that.
So you know.
Okay.
So you know.
So the scripture already talks about people will not be able to buy, eat, drink, sell without a certain.
And you're classic liberals, sort of like this guy, not really, but we'll have that conversation with you. The crazy leftists or whatever will say, "Are you a Trump supporter?" He'll say, "I voted for him. I'm not talking to you."
How do you see that giving? How's that better? If you gotta say, now in order for you to eat, you gotta put my name or take this mark or put this chip in your body, and I'm gonna know everything about you.
Yeah.
How's that? Okay. Okay. So a lot of people.
Honk, honk, honk. Honk, honk, honk. You never can tell whether they're mad at Tommy or for Tommy at this point. They're still doing it. Still making noises. K2's making noises right there. Check Funny Bones. Which Funny Bones are you talking about?
Yeah, they know that.
South Fork.
Yeah, they know. So that's what I'm trying to say. It's not going to get better as much as you would like it to.
So it's not going to get better.
No.
Where's your Funny Bones? I think so. Where you hit like your knee or whatever in certain places and different reflex things. There's one in your knee. I think there's one in your neck or something area where you kind of have a shakes you up.
Well, Democrat don't like because they don't believe. They don't believe the Bible. They don't believe in Jesus.
I know a lot of liberals that do believe in the Bible. I'm from Wyoming.
Okay.
A very Republican over there, very religious, but it's a lot of prairie liberals. When I say that, that means a libertarian. They still got their arms, you know what I mean?
Different.
Yeah. Okay.
But like, I know a lot, and I don't think.
Libertarian wants the government to leave them completely alone. Liberals want the government to dictate more in society. Pretty different concept.
Together, I genuinely think that the Bible and God is kind of a little bit beyond our human comprehension. We try to break it down, and say we do have the understanding that the end's going to come, and it's going to get so much worse, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think in our human life we're going to be able to understand that.
We can.
Okay, but like, what's the point of all of this then? Do you see that there's no point? Do you think Tommy should go home, and then Caesar should go home, and the government should just like stop and be like, all right?
There's going to be government. There's going to be government. The problem is the government's not under the law and the orders of the Lord. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Our land in America.
Can I see what your chat is saying?
I don't even know what they're saying. I'm not even paying attention.
Here, I'm not doing anything. I swear, man.
I know.
Yeah, YouTube Premium worth every. You're right. It is.
Buy immigrants. Legal immigrants.
Politicians are fighting harder
we
for welfare.
love
The
legal
system is
immigrants,
fucked. Look, man, I completely understand what you're saying. A lot of federal people. My friend works at the airport, and he's also working with Pay at the moment. That really sucks, dude. And it's not the Democrats or it's not the Republicans. It's just selfish, greedy people. That's ultimately what the thing is, man. Here, I'm gonna put a little Muppet real quick. So like the issue is the rich billionaires, man. I'm sorry for.
It's kind of cool of the guy to do, you know, and I answer his chats questions and things like that. Having a decent conversation there. Looks like the lady got some Chinese food.
I'm having a good time, man.
Yeah, we are having a good time.
Yeah.
So cool. But I mean,
You like the hand?
Yeah.
Was that K2's hand?
It's not going to get better.
Look, and if we all die,
And you're saying what's the difference? What's the thing?
I say we dance while the everything's burning.
But see, that's
not fight.
but that's
Let's just dance. If it's all gonna come to an end, let's all.
But that's not the point. The point is there is an afterlife.
Yes, and I think the way we get to the afterlife is by being what God told us to be.
And what did He tell you to be?
Caring humans that love each other, that take care of one another, that know that we're gonna sin, and that.
Love thy neighbor, Christian.
Okay, but there's more to it than just that, because that's a generic, simplest.
Yeah, it's the generic, simplest thing.
That's what I call them. I call them a love thy neighbor Christian. Like that's where they think that they're going to get to heaven is the love everybody, peace, love, joy, and then it works, you know.
God or the Bible told us to live.
Do you have to?
What?
Do you have to?
Do you have to? That's a personal decision. That's what God gave us the ability to have free will.
See,
right?
You said it right there.
Yeah, it's a
personal decision
if you want to or not.
Or
right.
and most people, because of our flesh, and it's called sin nature.
Yes.
Want to.
Yes, it's human nature. It's human nature
to want to.
Yeah, if we look at it theologically, it's human nature to be sinners.
Right.
We are born from sin, we die from sin.
Right.
Exactly.
So you have to make a choice,
yes.
Which is America's problem, is that they haven't made the right choice from the top down.
But then, remember how we said it's a personal thing? If you are a real Christian and you're like, you know what, I'm going to try to spread the word of God and be like, hey man, you accept God? No, that's okay. You keep it pushing and you know that your truth is your truth and you're okay with that. And just be okay with everyone else's truth and you don't need to treat them differently because of it. And you don't need to spread hatred because of it.
Okay, so that's the problem, right? That's where I see the problem is.
That you don't need to treat people differently.
No. What you said, your truth versus my truth, and that's where our problem is at.
Yeah.
Because there can't be a your truth and my truth. There has to be one truth.
There can be an objective reality, right? And then there can be spiritual truths. You can do things externally, but internally be experiencing something completely different. You and me working at the same job, I can get so happy from it, and you can hate the job. It's all what's going on.
Those are perspectives. Those aren't truths.
What it means for God is internally, do you really believe? Do you
believe what?
In God and His words and His teachings.
If
you do, then you personally make that choice
right.
to live that way, and you don't force it upon others.
You do, because that's what He told us to do, not force. Okay, and it depends.
You spread the word.
Okay.
So spread the word, God. You spread the word.
Okay.
I don't.
Keep in mind, BCP is known as a street preacher.
You probably do that if you hear them say. You probably do that if you hear them say that God loves you. Now, if you heard them say that God hates you,
yeah,
you would disagree, right?
If they said God hates me, I would say, I don't think God hates me, and I would keep pushing.
Okay, but what if it says that in the Bible?
Yeah, but I'm not going to listen to a man's preach about the Bible. I'm going to listen to my preach about the Bible, just as you should listen to your preach about the Bible.
Why?
Why? Because it's you. He gave us the autonomy. He gave us the free will.
He's trying to get some decent points across here.
God's teaching is, whether he's right or wrong doesn't matter. Because if you just accept it blindly, whether it's the right way or the wrong way, you're not being a true believer. You're not following with your true integrity. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
In the soul.
I get what you're saying, but how do you get God's Spirit if you haven't been born again? God's Spirit?
You live life, you experience it, and then you come back to it and you say, hey, I actually feel this way and I'm going to do the practices that I believe.
But the Bible, what if your practices of what you believe, and we can see them throughout different religions, denominations, what if those practices that you believe are not what's really in the Bible, but you think they're in the Bible based off, okay? So how do you get the Spirit of God?
That goes back to the thing of me saying that we're too ape brain, bro. We're too monkey brain to fully understand what God is truly saying. The day we finally
Thank you too. Are you still in the chat? Are you still a mod for that certain vegetable or fruit that you know what I'm talking about, right? Just curious.
But you have to understand what I'm saying. When I say the way you think, the way that people on the camera think, the way I think, you do.
That's all different.
It's all different. Exactly.
It can't be that, and that's the problem. It can't be different.
But it's okay though.
Because it says in Acts 2. It says in Acts 2. I think it's chapter 2, verse 4. I think it's 4. It says they were all together in one accord. other scriptures in Amos said, how can two walk together unless they agree?
I've walked side by side with many people and that, again, I go back to the thing of it's beyond our human comprehension, man. There's constant contradictions that we even point out in the Bible where it's like, wait, how do we do this? This one says that, this one's saying the other thing. It's because already innate, it's already within our nature that we're confused. And
I think my go-to time lately, guys, is like 1 or 2 o'clock Pacific time. That's usually when I get the most views or whatever, you know, it's like prime time area. So I'll try to do more streams around that 1 or 2 o'clock time. That's the trick of it. I'll try to do. There's 7 people supposedly in the chat. There are 5 on YouTube. Thank you guys for popping in. How you doing? We're just watching BCP here, doing this little chill stream out there in the rain outside of Portland. Talking to a guy here that doesn't mind having a conversation there with different people. Doing a good job there. Tommy Boy's doing Tommy Boy things, but he's trying to tone it down, it looks like, today. I think he probably got some good advice from other people from yesterday.
That's why I say America doesn't have a culture. So you use the movements, civil rights era.
But it's a culture regardless. The Aztecs don't believe in Christianity, but it's a culture.
Right, that's
you know what I mean?
That's their culture. But check this out. So in America, you have the women, right, that go to fight for abortion because it's America's free is my liberty, my civil right. So it's a deterioration of sin that's broken down to where we're at today.
Okay, so we've been fucked from the start, is what you're saying. And you're saying it's just gonna get fucked and more fucked and more fucked. Is that the statement that you're saying?
It is.
That is okay.
Honestly.
And if that's what you think, and if that...
Good conversation, good conversation. Make sure you follow BCP for more of that discussion there. I'm trying to see if there's anybody else live out there besides Tommy Boy. Not really out there doing much of anything else right now. Tommy Boy's just talking to his chat about stuff that's borderline YouTube TOS and things like that, so I don't want to take a chance that YouTube won't like what he's saying. That's why some streamers or restreamers don't seem to mind that, but I'm not a big fan. A whole lot else going on that I can see here. Usually you'd see other people out there doing something. Well, it looks like he had done with the conversation. Okay.
I gotta say, because it's culture that literally makes convince themselves that they make believe he is softening. I am so grateful. I never believe. Had to.
It goes fast, bro.
Holy shit! How many people on here? Everything is not God. Good talk. This is not love. This is not democratic. Gave him impulse. He kept it real and cool.
830 right now.
People, y'all can disagree or whatever. Y'all are chill. I don't know. Just spread love.
There you go. There's a good one for you. Thank you for the super chat. Who did that? David.
Hey,
there's a good one for you.
Hey, thanks, man.
This young man is not lost. Just okay. Accept the compliment.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'll take it. Whatever. I'll take what I can get at this point.
There you go. All right.
Hey.
Appreciate the talk, man. I do.
Yeah. You were a little bit worth it.
I was a little bit worth it.
Just a little bit.
All right, I got you.
Give it my all.
Oh, you didn't give it your all? A little dab, right?
Funny guy. There's nothing else going on. There's not a whole lot of people in the chat right now. So I'm going to let you guys go about your business there. Go watch whoever you want to watch there. I'll give you one more link to BCP's feed here if you want to see him live out there. Should be in the chat, should be in the description. But anyway, tell him I said hi if you do go to his thing there. I'll try to do another stream tomorrow afternoon. I'll go see what's going on at Abe Ninka's chat or something like that over there. I think he's doing okay over there. Anyway, there's that link. Check out BCP, Tommy Boy, whoever you want to check out. Don't forget to hit the like button on their stream like I just did there. Looks like he's getting closer to the ice building here. A little bit more interesting information over there going on. Still a person with a wheelchair with a crazy hair, though. Interesting hair. Nothing too wild. There's a bunch of costumes. And they got a little tent over there. Tonight, I wouldn't pull it against them. I would probably Operation Inflation. Interesting. I wonder if they'll have that out there tomorrow, too. Anyway, check them out there. I appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you later. Yes. Why do people always show up? A few more people show up right when I'm about to end the stream or something like that. That's always weird here. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. Let me see if you guys actually hit the like button. I don't know if you guys hit the like button or not, but just see if this stream is worth keeping up or not. We'll check and see if you guys hit the like button. I don't know if you guys hit the like button or not. Yeah, 11 of you guys hit the like button. I'll make it 12 there. Since it wasn't 20, I don't think I'll probably keep the stream going. But no, 67% of you guys said you don't like to party. So that's what sounds about right there. That tells me how old my audience is. And there's a few people, partiers out there. 33% say they do like to party. So party, party. 2/3 of the people like to party. 1/3 doesn't like to party. What else is going on? I guess it depends on what you mean by party too, right? I'll see you later, guys. God bless.